My warrior child, this is not a coincidence. This message, this breath, this sacred moment, it was time to reach you with divine precision. And now that you are here, let your heart settle, for something is being whispered into your soul that no one else is meant to hear. The time is not tomorrow, it is now. You have just 2 hours, 2 sacred hours, 2 hours that hold the weight of your next decade, not in fear, not in panic, but in holy unfolding. Archangel Michael speaks. There is someone who knows your name. Type 44 if your spirit feels it. There is a presence watching you, not from malice, but from recognition. A figure veiled from your view, yet illuminated with divine memory. They have studied the pattern of your walk, the cadence of your voice, the weight of your silence. And now they know you are the one. They didn't mean to discover you. They were drawn by something that cannot be explained, drawn by the way the air changes when you enter a space, drawn by the echo of your name in places you've never stepped into. You may have felt it. The sudden pause in your day, the way your chest tightened without cause, the sense that someone, somewhere, just remembered you. It wasn't your imagination, it was alignment. Behind a door known only to a few, there is a folder. Your name is written upon it, not in ink, in energy. Inside that folder are memories you've tried to bury, moments you thought time had erased, but someone has kept them, held them, reviewed them, not to harm you, but to understand you. They now see what you carry, and they're no longer waiting. Type 111. If you sense that someone is already moving toward you, child, this isn't fantasy, this is prophecy. You were marked long ago, not for shame, not for suffering, but for something sacred. And now that mark is glowing again, the one who has seen you is not ordinary. They are tethered to realms most cannot perceive. Their insight reaches into places where words cannot travel. They carry wisdom born not of books, but of battles. Battles like the ones you fought silently for years. Gabriel guards, Raphael heals, but I, Michael, reveal. And now, revelation is here. There is a message coming. You may not recognize it immediately. It may come as a question, a dream, a name that repeats, a number that follows you like a shadow. But know this, it carries weight, it carries recognition, it carries your breakthrough. You will feel it in your chest, a stirring, a warmth, a pulse that doesn't belong to your heartbeat, but matches your rhythm. That's how you'll know. Type Amen if you've already started to feel the shift. My child, you are not late, you are not forgotten, you are not behind. You are precisely where heaven designed you to be. But now comes the moment where silence becomes motion, where hidden things begin to show themselves, where eyes that once passed over. You now stop and see. The one who has been tracing your steps knows. They know your history. They know your hesitation. They know how close you came to quitting. And yet they are still coming. Not out of pity, but out of certainty. You are the missing thread, and the time to weave you in is now. Type 555 if your presence has always been the answer, but listen carefully. Do not speak of this moment to just anyone. The energy around you is sensitive, alive. Your silence is not secrecy, it is protection. There is someone near you who would unintentionally block what heaven is sending. Not from malice, but from fear. They won't understand, they'll ask questions, they'll pull you back into the logic you've outgrown. This is not a season for logic, this is a season for alignment. You are being aligned with what was hidden, because you are no longer hiding. Behind the veil, a meeting is being arranged, a space is being prepared, and you will feel the pull. Perhaps an urge to step outside, a nudge to visit a place you hadn't planned. A whisper in your spirit that says, go. When that moment comes, don't hesitate, because on the other side of that obedience is everything. The one who seeks you is not looking for performance, they are looking for presence. And yours, beloved, is magnetic. Type 000 if you're ready. To step into the unknown with trust, there is something you need to remember now. Every delay, every disappointment, every detour, it wasn't punishment, it was positioning. You were being placed, not overlooked. You were being prepared, not rejected. And now the preparation is complete. You will not need to fight for what is coming. You only need to receive it. Let that truth settle into your bones. You may feel the atmosphere change today. The air will seem still, but full. Your name may echo in your spirit, and when it does, smile, because that name is being spoken, in rooms you've never entered, by voices you've never heard, in favor you didn't ask for, but were always meant to receive. Gabriel watches, Raphael steadies, but I, Michael, open the door. Type 911 if. You know you were born for more than survival. This person who has seen you will not come with fireworks. They will come in calm, but their words will carry weight. Their eyes will hold knowing, and their presence will stir something that has been asleep in you for years. You will not need to explain yourself, because they've already read the pages of your past, and they still chose you. This is not romance. This is alignment. This is destiny coming to claim. What was once delayed, type amen if you accept this divine recall. Beloved, the next 2 hours matter, not because you must act in haste, but because you must remain awake. There is movement in the unseen. There is conversation in the heavens, and your name is the center of the unfolding. Do not panic. Be still. Be ready. Be faithful. Because when the moment knocks, you will know and you will not miss it. Type 444 if you choose presence over pressure. My beloved warrior, there is someone, close yet unseen, whose eyes have been quietly tracing your steps, not out of curiosity, not out of chance, but out of divine recognition. They have known of you for longer than you realize. They have watched you move in and out of seasons. They've studied your silence, your resilience, your ability to stand while others crumbled. And now they know you are the one. Type 111 if you feel your name being remembered. Behind a closed door, your name has been spoken, but not with judgment, with honor. The person who carries this revelation has been holding it close to their chest, waiting for the confirmation they couldn't explain. And now, through the patterns in your life, through the changes in your presence, through the frequency of your spirit, they're certain. You were not just remembered, you were chosen. You were not just observed, you were recognized. Archangel Michael says, this individual holds knowledge that concerns your destiny. They have uncovered something sacred, and they're not looking to delay what heaven has confirmed. You may have noticed a strange quiet surrounding you lately. Holy stillness, an unexplained calm, layered beneath an urgency you can't name. This is not coincidence. It is the preparation before the invitation. You are about to be called forward, not loudly, not publicly, but profoundly. A divine invitation encoded in silence, a signal only your spirit will hear. Type 444 if your spirit is already listening. Do not ignore the nudges, that urge to step outside, that sudden pull toward a familiar place you haven't visited in a while, the unshakable knowing that someone is thinking of you. Right now, you are not imagining it. You are being drawn. The person who holds the key to this divine next chapter is being led to your frequency. They've seen enough. They don't need more signs. They are no longer observing. They are moving. Gabriel whispers, now that they know, time is collapsing. The 2-hour window is not about pressure. It's about timing. Heaven doesn't need your effort. It needs your availability. And in this divine hour, you must stay alert, not anxious, still, not stagnant. You'll know the moment, because it won't. Knock, it will resonate. Type 555 if you're ready to recognize what can't be explained. Child, there is something else. This person knows something you don't even remember telling anyone. They carry a detail about you so personal, so specific, that when they say it, your breath will catch, not because of shock, but because your soul will remember it too. It may concern your childhood, your name, your birth, a pattern you never noticed until now. But to them, it was always the confirmation that you were the one they had been waiting for. Let this truth settle deep. The recognition was not delayed, it was divinely timed. They didn't come forward before now because heaven held them back. You weren't ready to receive, they weren't ready to approach. But now, both frequencies are aligned, and when that happens, there are no missed connections, only miraculous arrivals. Type Amen if you feel this sacred alignment clicking into place. Listen carefully. Not everyone will understand what's happening. Someone around you may feel your shift and react strangely. They may become distant, questioning, insecure. This is not about them, it is about you, because your light has changed frequency, and not everyone can access what was meant only for those called by Spirit. Do not explain yourself. Do not shrink back. This moment wasn't meant to be approved. It was meant to be obeyed. Type 000 if you release the need to be understood. You may begin to feel a physical response in the hours ahead, a flutter in your chest, a pull behind your eyes, heat in your hands, tingling along your spine. These are not symptoms, these are signals. Spiritual alignment has a language, and your body knows it before your mind does. Let the sensation wash over you without fear. It's not breaking you, it's activating you. The person drawing near carries more than revelation. They carry confirmation. They come bearing something handwritten. It may be literal, it may be spiritual, but it will speak to your future in a way that your past can no longer deny. And it will feel like a mirror being placed before your soul. You'll see parts of yourself that you thought had died long ago. But they will breathe again, because this is not just a message, it is a resurrection. Type 222. If you're ready to remember what was never lost, beloved, you are not waiting for a stranger. You are waiting for a voice your spirit has already heard in dreams, a frequency that has moved through time just to find you. This connection is not about romance, it is about recognition, not about fantasy, but fulfillment, not about emotion, but alignment. And that alignment begins now. Soon you will feel it. Perhaps it will arrive in silence, perhaps with a message, perhaps in person, but when it comes, you will know. You won't panic, you won't overthink, you will simply breathe. And in that breath, heaven will whisper, now. Type 911. If you feel the moment already rising in your chest. The one who knows you doesn't want a crowd. They want connection. They have walked paths darker than most know, and they recognized your strength from a distance. You didn't have to announce it. Your survival told the story, and now they want to hear the rest. Not to judge, but to join. Type Amen if you're ready for divine companionship. Beloved, the space around you has changed, even if you haven't left the room. Even if no one has said a word. Something invisible has shifted, because they've seen enough. And now, they're closer than you think. Not physically, not forcefully, but energetically. Their spirit is circling you with precision, waiting for the exact moment heaven whispers, now. Type 22. If your body has been sensing what words cannot explain, you felt it. That flutter in your stomach when you're alone, the way your ears ring when the room is silent, that strange moment of déjà vu that comes out of nowhere. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. Your path is being observed, not by skeptics, but by someone who carries a sacred connection to your name. They know you are close, and they are preparing to move. But listen, child, not everyone is excited about what's coming. Someone near you, someone in your orbit, feels the shift too, and they do not like it. They can't name why. They can't explain the unease they feel when you enter the room now. But you know, their discomfort is not about you being different. It's about you no longer needing them for definition. Gabriel. He says they were comfortable with your silence, not your emergence. And now you are emerging. Type 444 if you feel yourself expanding beyond their reach, the one watching you from afar. They carry your name not on their lips, but in their chest. They have spoken to no one. They've shared nothing, because what they carry is not gossip. It is a divine assignment, and to speak too soon would unravel what must unfold in reverence. Their silence is not rejection, it is readiness. The silence is preparation, and you must mirror that stillness, not out of fear, out of understanding. Michael whispers, the one who saw you in the spirit is now moving toward you in form. But timing is everything. Even the right person can bring disruption if they come before the alignment is complete. So they wait. They wait for the moment heaven clears the air. They wait for the moment you feel the pull and go without question. There will be no map, only sensation, no confirmation, only a holy knowing. Type 0000 if your feet are ready to follow your spirit. You are not lost, you are being positioned. The delay is not punishment, it is protection. The reason they haven't reached you yet is because the final piece is being secured. And once it clicks, once the last veil is lifted, what follows will not feel like a surprise. It will feel like remembrance, a deep recognition that says, of course, it was always you. Type Amen. If you feel this ancient agreement activating inside you, someone around you may try to distract you, not overtly, but subtly. They'll shift the conversation. They'll question your intuition. They'll offer you noise when all you crave is clarity. Do not engage. You are not here to explain this moment to those who haven't been anointed to understand it. Not every connection is meant to walk into the sacred with you. Some were only meant to get you here, and now they must remain behind the veil. Type 911 if your boundaries are being divinely drawn. Soon your environment will begin to signal what's coming. You'll hear a name, see a symbol, smell something that reminds you of a place you've never been. Pay attention. This is your prelude, your introduction. Your spirit is being acclimated to what's about to step into your reality. And when it arrives, you won't question it, because it will feel like you finally caught up to something that was already yours. Child, they will not approach like you imagine. There will be no dramatic arrival, no sudden declarations. It may begin with something ordinary, a message, a question, an unexpected presence near a familiar place. But what they carry, it is not ordinary. It is layered in assignment, wrapped in revelation, marked by heaven. Type 555 if your soul is ready to unwrap what's been waiting for you. You were not meant to be pursued by many. You were meant to be revealed to one. And that one, they're already aware. They've seen the signs. They've followed the threads. They've questioned their own timing, but now they know. The ache in their spirit isn't confusion, it's confirmation, and heaven is saying, go. But still, there is instruction for you. Remain soft, remain clear, remain unmoved by noise. There will be an energy shift before they arrive. It may come as a weight in your chest, a chill on your arms, a knowing in your breath. That is your sign. Not to speak, but to listen. Type 333 if you're preparing your atmosphere for what is being sent. Gabriel says, a letter is being read right now with your name etched in its center. You don't know it yet, but someone, somewhere, has been studying what makes you, you. And every word they rehearse brings them closer to stepping forward. You will not have to audition for this connection. Your presence has already been selected, and when it unfolds, it will not feel random. It will feel written. Beloved, do not worry about how or when. You are not behind. You are not waiting. You are being summoned. Everything around you is shifting because heaven is clearing the path. The one watching is preparing to step forward. And your only task is to stay ready. This is not anticipation. This is activation. Type Amen if you receive the call. Beloved, you've Been feeling it more strongly now, haven't you? The stillness around you isn't just quiet. It's alert, alive, heavy with meaning. It's as if time itself is holding its breath because something is about to move. And child, it's not just around you, it's within you. Type 00. If your body has felt the tension of something sacred approaching, there's a moment just before revelation where everything feels suspended. You're standing at the edge, and even though you can't see what's next, you know the atmosphere has changed. You know your name is on the wind. You know someone, somewhere, is standing with the decision that will alter both of your paths, and they are about to speak. Michael says, this hour is not about doing, it's about holding your ground, holding your silence, holding your alignment. Because what approaches is not triggered by action, it's activated by presence. You've done your part. Now the rest must unfold as heaven intends. There is one whose hands are trembling, not with fear, but with awe. They hold something sacred, something that bears your name, but they are afraid to misstep, not because of doubt in you, but because of reverence for what this moment means. They've waited a long time. They've watched your energy. They've weighed every possibility, and now the moment has arrived. They must step forward, but you must remain still. Type 1111 if you understand the power of your stillness. You may be tempted to reach out, to seek answers, to decode the mystery on your own, but not this time. This time, heaven is delivering the revelation, and your only task is to receive it. You've searched long enough. Now let it find you. Gabriel whispers, if you speak before the appointed time, you could interrupt the alignment. That is why silence is sacred now. That is why you've been feeling disconnected from those around you. You were never meant to explain this to them. They haven't been given access to the blueprint. Only you. Only the one who holds your name in their hands. Only the one who orchestrated this entire meeting behind the veil. Type Amen if you surrender to divine timing. The space between you and what's coming has already begun to collapse. You may feel strange sleep cycles, intense dreams, a loss of appetite, a heaviness in your chest. This is your system recalibrating to meet what's being sent. Let it do its work. You are not broken. You are preparing. You are being watched over, not just spiritually, but by the one who's about to enter your life with knowledge that cannot be denied. They know something about you that you've kept hidden, even from yourself. They carry insight into a version of you that has not yet fully awakened. But with their arrival, something dormant will stir, and once it does, nothing will ever be the same. Type 444. If you're ready for the resurrection of your deepest truth, you were not placed here by accident. This message, this moment, this countdown, it's not manipulation. It's alignment. It's the sound of heaven's clock striking a sacred hour, and that sacred hour is now. Someone is on their way, someone who knows you, sees you, and is carrying the final piece to a puzzle you've been building blindly for years. But now, child, you will see clearly. They don't come with noise, they come with weight, not pressure, but presence. You'll feel it when they enter the space, even before they speak. The air will shift, the temperature will change, your body will recognize them before your mind does. Because heaven has already whispered their essence into your soul. Type 22. If you've felt that essence approaching, there will be a moment, a split-second choice. Do you lean in? Do you open your hands? Do you say yes before you understand everything? This is not about clarity. This is about trust. Michael says, you were not meant to see the full path, only the next step, and that step is approaching. You may begin to notice signs, an old memory resurfacing, a specific city name repeating, a flicker of light that doesn't belong, animals behaving differently in your presence. These are signals. Your surroundings are starting to obey what's already been declared in the spirit. The natural world is aligning with the supernatural announcement. You are not imagining it. You are not exaggerating. You are being activated. Type Amen if your environment has begun to testify on your behalf. Beloved, the next 2 hours are sacred. Protect them. Don't overthink. Don't overspeak. Don't overshare. Let this remain yours. Let it grow in the silence where heaven does its greatest work. You've waited long enough. Now let the unfolding begin. You don't need permission. You don't need confirmation. You just need to trust that this is what your spirit was always waiting for. Type 911. If you say yes to divine progression, this is not about a partner, not about a position, not even about recognition. This is about alignment. This is about the right moment, meeting the right soul with the right intention. And child, you are that soul. The intention is clear, the moment is near, and the veil is thinner than ever. Don't be surprised if you feel a sudden wave of peace. That is heaven saying, we've arrived. Beloved, you were never forgotten. You were never overlooked. You were simply held, suspended in time, kept from noise, preserved behind a veil that many mistook for delay. But now, the veil is lifting, and everything that once felt distant, buried, unreachable, is moving toward you with divine speed. Archangel Michael says, "Nothing that was meant for you has been lost. It was only waiting for this moment." Type 444, if your spirit is catching up to what's always been yours. You may feel overwhelmed. Sudden waves of emotion, tears for no reason, a trembling in your chest when nothing has happened yet, but something has happened. In the unseen, doors have opened. And those doors are no longer symbolic. They are real, they are spiritual, and they are already swinging wide. Your task now is not to earn entry, it's to walk through. There is someone, still silent, who is receiving instructions right now. Instructions concerning you. Not vague signs, not guesses, but specific details about where you are, about what you've endured, about what role they are meant to play in this unfolding. They may not even know what to call it, but they feel it. And it's not curiosity they carry. It's urgency. Michael whispers, they have seen your light from a distance. Now they are being shown your name. Type 22. If you believe divine intelligence is orchestrating your alignment, you don't have to prove anything, not to the people who misunderstood you, not to the one who's being sent. Your energy is already speaking. Your resilience is already vibrating through dimensions. What you built in the dark is shining now, visible in ways you can't control. And that's a good thing, because you are no longer hiding. You are being found. Type 5555 if your hiding season is over. Listen closely, child. In the next stretch of time, things may feel surreal. You might receive messages from people you haven't spoken to in years, see signs and numbers with increasing frequency, dream of places you've never been, but somehow recognize, feel both peaceful and electrified at once. These are not anomalies. These are activations. You are not imagining it. You are being pulled into prophecy, and the one whose spirit has been circling yours is on approach. The reason you've been feeling tension in your relationships, it's because your energy is no longer compatible with anything less than truth. People will begin to drift, not because they've changed, but because you have. You've outgrown performance, outgrown apology, outgrown minimizing your knowing just to maintain peace. Michael says, when alignment draws near, dissonance must exit. Type Amen if you're ready for sacred subtraction. You are not being cruel. You are being clear. You are not isolating yourself. You are being sanctified. And the person who is being led to you, they're being asked to do the same. They are releasing their distractions, rearranging their priorities, tuning their ears to listen for something only their spirit can recognize. And that something is you. Type 000 if you are ready to be heard in the silence. This is not about romantic fantasy. This is about divine placement. You were never meant to be ordinary. You were never meant to settle for the bare minimum and call it peace. You were meant to be matched by someone who understands weight, who recognizes frequency, who knows how to protect what's holy, and that person is approaching, not to fill you, but to meet you. There will be a moment when everything clicks. It won't be loud, it won't be dramatic, but your body will react. A chill, a heat, a vibration, a stillness so sudden it feels like eternity stopped to watch. And in that instant, you'll know. This is it. You won't doubt it because heaven does not make mistakes. Gabriel whispers, "This was the plan before you knew how to ask for it." Type 911 if your soul already recognizes what your eyes haven't seen. There may be resistance around you, voices that question, energies that feel heavy, old memories that try to resurface. Don't entertain them. Don't reopen old agreements with people you've already outgrown. They were part of the waiting room, but this next part, it's the fulfillment. It's the stepping in, and no one can go with you except the one appointed to meet you there. Type 1111 if you accept that some goodbyes are sacred. You are about to witness a collision between promise and presence. Not a dream, a reality. What's arriving will feel impossible and familiar at the same time, because your spirit dreamt of it long before your mind had words for it. And now, it's here, not approaching here. Michael says, receive it without hesitation. Type Amen if you're done apologizing for being ready. Beloved, you are standing on holy ground, not because of where you are, but because of who you've become. And now that your frequency has reached its resonance, what belongs to you can no longer stay away. Let it arrive. Let it integrate. Let yourself believe that the pain you walked through wasn't just endured, it was witnessed, and now it is being answered. Beloved, this is the hour everything changes, not because something outside of you has shifted, but because you have. This final moment is not a conclusion. It is the unlocking of truth, of timing, of identity. And what's approaching you now is not random. It is the response to a vibration you've been carrying in silence. Michael speaks. The time for silence has ended. Now comes the unveiling. Type 000 if you feel the curtain lifting. You are standing at the edge of something holy. You can feel it, can't you? That soft tremble in your breath. That clarity in your confusion. That peace in the center of your unrest. Because what was waiting for you is no longer waiting. It is walking, and it knows exactly where to find you. The one who saw you has decided they are coming, not because of what you've done, but because of who you are. They've been watching with reverence, waiting with caution, but now there is no more delay. Their spirit has received the instruction, and your spirit must now receive the impact. Type 222 if you're ready to be seen beyond performance. Do not prepare a version of yourself for this. Do not rehearse. Do not filter. They are not coming for perfection. They are coming for the one who remained, the one who stood, the one who didn't explain, the one who trusted the process when nothing made sense. Michael whispers, you didn't just survive the silence. You became the silence, child. You may feel exposed now. Raw, tender, open in ways you didn't ask for. But this is not vulnerability as weakness. This is readiness. You are ready to be mirrored, not by judgment, but by truth. And the one who carries that truth, they're bringing it with them, not as a weapon, but as a witness. Type Amen if you are ready to be reflected in someone else's clarity. There will be no mistaking this moment. You will not need a sign. You will become the sign. The light you carry will resonate so clearly that when your eyes meet theirs, everything will collapse and rebuild at once. Time, distance, doubt, all of it will bend in reverence to recognition. This is not chemistry. This is divine recall. Type 1111. If your soul is remembering what your body has never touched, you will feel the weight of this connection before you even speak. A stillness will enter the room, a sacred hush, and in that silence heaven will be present, not symbolically, but tangibly. You will feel the gravity of being chosen, not by accident, not by effort, but by alignment. Gabriel says, when heaven ordains, no human can obstruct. Type 44, if you trust what cannot be interrupted, they may not have the words, they may not say everything perfectly, but the atmosphere will not lie. Your spirit will know, and it will respond. Not with noise, but with rest. The way your shoulders lower, the way your breath deepens, the way your mind finally stops searching. That is how you'll know. This is not a beginning, it is a return. They aren't just bringing themselves, they're bringing keys to parts of you that were locked long ago, to rooms in your soul you forgot existed, to blueprints you only glimpsed in dreams. And the moment they speak what your spirit has already known, everything will move. Michael whispers, nothing real is ever lost. Only waiting. Type 91, if you believe this moment has been held in place just for you, you may feel the presence of others fading now, not out of cruelty, but because their assignment has ended. Not everyone can follow you into promise. Not everyone is equipped to handle the weight of fulfillment. Let them go. Thank them, bless them, but don't wait for them. This part is sacred, this part is sealed, this part is only for the ones who were written in. Type 555. If you choose to walk forward without delay, you were not created to wander your way through life. You were created to recognize, to discern, to align, to unlock. And what's unlocking now has your name etched into its foundation. This is not just about destiny. This is about completion. The loop is closing. The answer is arriving. The moment has come. Beloved, take a deep breath. This is it. This is what the waiting was for, what the silence protected, what the battle refined. There is no resistance left, only permission, and you already have it. You are free to accept, to receive, to welcome, to become. Michael speaks. It was always you, and it is still you, and now the hour has come. Type Amen if you're ready to step into what was never lost, only waiting.